The MLS adding two new teams in Miami and Nashville. David Beckham's return to the MLS, this time as an owner. What should we know?
Well, Tony, it's been a long time for David Beckham and the ownership group led by Jorge Mas to get to this point. But I think there's high expectations because the glitz and the glamour of Miami, but they've gone about it in a pragmatic manner. They could have gone after the David Silvas and the Cavanis of the world and paid them $15 million a year, or they could have done what has shown to have real success on this continent. Diego Alonso has been a winning manager in Liga MX, winning CONCACAF Champions League 2 times. They went out and got the best player in Liga MX in Pizarro, and they also have that third DP spot open. So the team you see Sunday against LAFC here in Los Angeles is not going to be the same team you see July 1st. I think that's the most intriguing part for David Beckham and Inter Miami.
Yeah, a team of work in progress, and Pizarro in his prime. That is huge for Beckham and Miami. Now, Beckham's old team, the Galaxy, adding another star, the Mexican version of Beckham in Javier Chicharito Hernandez. How do you see the Battle of LA playing out?
Well, it's remarkable that I'm going to say this with a camera on, but there's an addition by subtraction. And the truth of the matter is this. Listen, I understand what Zlatan did both on and off the field. He transcended sports, whether it's night talk shows or whatever that may be. But Chicharito is the David Beckham of the Latino world and the Mexican world. And so he's going to bring that kind of street credibility. But he's also younger. His ability to play on the defensive side of things, the ability to press. You got Christian Pavone. I just think the LA Galaxy are going to be a better team, keyword, than they were in 2019 with Zlatan. It's just they've got to find a way to score goals. And I'm not totally sure Chicharito is going to completely fill the void of Zlatan on the field. But I think they're going to have a better season because they're going to be a more complete team.
All right, let's talk about Atlanta United. Pity Martinez, he didn't shine as much as expected in his first year in MLS, just 5 goals, but he did make the All-Star team. Why do you think 2020 will be different?
Because, Tony, you know this as a fan of Major League Soccer. Oftentimes when foreign players come here, they struggle early on, and sometimes it takes 6 months, sometimes it takes a year. David Beckham, Thierry Henry, Tim Cahill, Rafa Marquez. You can go up and down the line of players that struggled in that first year, and then the second year they were more comfortable. They had a better understanding of what the league is. I know some players like Joseph Martinez and Nicolas Ladero have come here and right from the opening whistle been ready to play. But I just look at Pity Martinez, and I think he's going to have a big year. I actually think he could be a front runner for the MVP because of the way Atlanta's going to really do well, I think, in the Eastern Conference. I just think he has a massive year just because he's more comfortable, and we've seen that already in CONCACAF Champions League.
Okay, so we also know that the Sounders are the defending champs, but let's look ahead. Who do you have coming out of the West and the East this season?
I think Seattle's in the conversation for the Western Conference. I still think the cream of the crop is LAFC, but obviously with their success in CONCACAF Champions League and Seattle bowing out of CONCACAF Champions League early, that may work in their favor. But I think when you look at the Western Conference, it's going to be a battle between LAFC and Seattle. On the Eastern side of things, it's a little different. I do think Atlanta, even though they won 2 trophies last year, they were disappointing in the playoffs at home against Toronto. I think they're going to be hungry. And I also look at New York City. But, Tony, you and I both know New York City has the talent on the field, but the turmoil of where they're going to play games and where their home field is oftentimes takes the precedent on the headlines and what everyone talks about. But on the Eastern side of things, I think it's Atlanta and New York City fighting for that #1 spot.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.